What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the 3 reasons why you should consider starting a bookkeeping business or a virtual accounting service business before the year 2025. Now, before we get into this video, I did end up picking up a brand new mic, so if the audio is good, let me know. If it's bad, let me know. Now, without further ado, let's not waste any time and let's jump right into the video. I wanted to make this video because I've been on a couple calls with a few of you guys who have joined my newsletter or subscribed to my channel or just messaged me over Instagram. And I've noticed a common question, and it was, why should I or when should I? And the reasons why we are about to dive into it, but when, obviously, I think as soon as possible, and I think as soon as you can and right now. I think if you're waiting to start because you're not sure, you will never be sure. Okay? As long as you're over 50% sure, and this is the way that I do things, as long as I'm over 50% sure, I will move forward with it. Whatever that choice is. Because as humans, because you are naturally designed and grown and mentally thinking that you need to stay safe. You don't want to put yourself in any danger, which makes complete sense because back in the Stone Ages, if you put yourself in danger, that means you could lose your life. You could ultimately die. And obviously, the number one goal as a human race is to A, survive, and B, to reproduce. Now, with that being said, I think you should do it as soon as possible. You will never be 100% ready. If you're over 50%, I think you should take that leap. The students who join my program, I show them step by step how to actually start, grow, and scale your own virtual accounting service-based business. So if you want to learn more about that, click the links below and find out more. But moving on to the 3 reasons why I think you should start a virtual accounting service business or a bookkeeping business, it's overall the same thing, why you should start before 2025. Now, I've got my notes here, and the number one reason is safety slash demand. Now, the reason why I say that is because I like to, I like risk. I know that you're not going to get huge returns if you don't take risk. Okay? That's why most people who work a 9 to 5 don't make that much money. Some, the very off one does, but for the most part, I think we can all say that probably over 95% of the people who are working a 9 to 5 don't really make that much money, is somewhat low risk. There's risk in everything you do. That company could go out of business. You could lose your job. You could get replaced. You could get demoted. You could be in a toxic work culture and mentally just go insane. There's risk in everything that you do. The way that I see it with virtual accounting service is there is so much demand out there. This is really the only business that I can think of that isn't that risky. Besides, if you wanted to be a doctor, being a doctor is not that risky. You're going to be guaranteed some kind of a job, good paying job, minimum 100 grand, minimum more like 150 or 200. But then you're stuck at the office, at the hospital, and you are probably going to be burnt out because these doctors work like 10, 12 hours. And not to mention, you need like 10 years of schooling. So, doctor is a safe bet, but 10 years of schooling, X. No, you can't do that. Being a lawyer, that's guaranteed income. Lawyers are extremely in high demand right now. But same thing. You need to get your 4-year degree and then 3 years at law school, and then you need at least a couple years actually practicing to be good. So at the end of everything, we're looking at 7, 8, possibly 9 years. A VAS-based business, you don't need a university degree. You don't need a college degree. If you're a CPA, that's a plus. But if you are a CPA, that makes everything so much more easier. It's already easy, but easy, you have your CPA right here. Makes it way easier. There's so much business out there, and there's so many ways to get business, ways that I teach inside of my program, but it's almost 100% guaranteed. So reason number one is it's super low risk. Okay, super low risk. The service is in high demand. Every business in the entire world needs it. And I actually spoke with someone today who was looking to join my program, and they were saying how demand and how many businesses really need the service. And once we got into it, every single business that needs to file a tax return needs some kind of accounting, whether that's a tax return done or monthly bookkeeping done. Now, let's say a business isn't required to file a tax return. Let's say this was Dubai of 2005 and tax-free. You didn't have to file any tax returns in the UAE, and it's a tax-free country, corporate tax-free country. If you have a business, even if you're not paying taxes, you want to know if you are making money. You want to know, what are my expenses? How much am I paying my employees? How much are my materials costing me? How much am I spending in advertising? How much am I making? Am I profitable? How much cash flow do I have? How much cash is inside my bank? Do I have enough cash to survive the next 12 years? All these things as a business owner, especially when you scale to over $1 million, all those things are going through the business owner's head. And you can't get those answers unless if you have accounting, monthly bookkeeping, monthly profit and loss statements, monthly reporting. So even if the business isn't legally required to file a tax return, they still need it. So therefore, I have now concluded and guaranteed that every single business in the entire world needs accounting. So super high demand, super safe. Number two is it's very simple to sell. And the reason why I say this is because you could have an amazing business. You could go start a marketing agency. You could start a lead generation agency. You could start a consulting company. You can start web design, video editing. There are so many businesses out there. Just Google them. Okay, Google's your best friend, by the way. You can Google all of these businesses, but when it comes to selling, you need to be very good at marketing, very good at sales, or at least one of those, ideally both. And you need to almost convince, actually not almost, you do need to convince the business owner why they should hire and pay for your services. You have to show why it makes sense. In accounting, offering tax return, you know and I know and the business owner knows they have to file a tax return, and the business owner A has no time or B does not want to do it. Who gets excited during tax season to do their taxes? No one. So it's going to be that much easier to sell your service because they know that they need it. They are hiring for this position no matter what. Okay? That is guaranteed. It's just a matter of who. And if you can market yourself properly, if you've got the right messaging and you are positioned correctly, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's the easiest thing. Shameless plug, I teach you how to market, position, and how to attract your ideal clients inside of my program. So if you want more details on that and what that looks like, go ahead and click the links below. Now, not to touch up on my old reasons, but another reason that I have here for how simple it is finding clients. Like I said before, every single business in the entire world needs some kind of bookkeeping. So to find clients, it's easy. But moving on, you can do this virtually. And I think in the year of 2024, moving into 2025, this has to happen if you're going to start a business. I don't think you should start a business where you can't do it online. The only exception that I'll make is if you're a carpenter or you're a car detailer or something where it has to be in person and you're very passionate about this kind of business. That's the only time that I wouldn't recommend going online, is if you're super passionate about what you're doing. Because at that point, you're kind of doing it to enjoy yourself. You're doing it to have fun because you enjoy it. You're not doing it for the money. The money's nice, the lifestyle's nice, but number one is you enjoy it. For the most part, that's probably not why you're starting a business. Maybe it is, but maybe not. Most people don't start a business out of passion. Most people start a business because they feel stuck at their 9 to 5. They want more income. They want to be location free. They want financial freedom, time freedom, stuff like that. This business a virtual accounting service business, bookkeeping, accounting, tax prep, those services are all completed virtually. I have clients who are across the country and I service them. In fact, most of my clients are across the country right now. I think like 70 to 80% of my clients right now are like, I think 3,000 kilometers away. So doing this service virtually, you can absolutely do it. And that's why I recommend that you start a virtual accounting service business. You can do it anywhere. You can work in Europe. You can go to Bali, Thailand. You can just stay at home. You don't have to commute to an office. There's no travel. There's nothing like that. Stay at home if you want. As long as you have a computer and an internet connection, you can do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Those are the 3 reasons why I think you should start a virtual accounting service business before 2025. If you guys want to learn more about how you can start your own fast-paced business and go from zero to $10,000 within 90 days, go ahead and click the links below. And without further ado, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.